Hello, Silver Community. It's Sterling Cannabis with you once again. And today we're going to have part B on my processing cannabis trim. So, the other day you saw me collect Keif, and this is some of the highest quality stuff. It's in the bags here. There's a few grams in there, I don't know, 3-4 grams in each one of these bags. And I've got parchment paper folded into quarters. So what I will do, my heat plates are heated up to 72 degrees Celsius, about 160 degrees Fahrenheit, and I am going to make some top shelf THCA and let you guys see how the process works. So first of all, take my little envelope, and I buy this material. This is silk screening material. This is very fine silk screening material, 35 microns between each thread, and it's very stiff material, so that it will not rupture, and the small size of it keeps the trichlomes in the bag, and when they get all melty, it's enough room for it to ooze out. And what I do is I fold over the top of it and smooth it out in the bag as much as possible so it's real equal everywhere, so that when I put it in the plates and squeeze down it, the pressure is going to be equal everywhere. Fold over the parchment paper, slide it in, and then we will start bumping on this. And the first few pumps, the plates aren't even together. But you'll see when the arms start getting a little resistance on it, it'll start slowing down. We're almost there. And there we go. We got a little resistance. I'll start my timer. And I know you won't be able to see the timer, but I'm going to keep this just with no pressure on it, just a little free fall. The weight of the arm, putting pressure on, what that's doing is it's heating up all of the cannabinoids in there to my temperature, and I'll let that go up to 1.5 minutes, and then at 1.5 minutes, I'll start applying pressure. And then we will see what happens from there. But, and I'll try to make this so that you can see in there just a little bit. I'll have to hold that open, I'm pretty sure. But it'll give you a good view. I start to finish on this 5 minutes from when I get the plates coming together. Normally when I'm running these, at this time I'd actually be setting up the next one and having more of a production line, because I can keep this thing going up with one hand, and in about 1 minute's time I can have the next one ready. And so I've got 30 seconds to wait on this, and then I'll start applying pressure, and that way when I pull one out, I've got another one ready to go in. But seeing as how this is a demonstration for you, and I want to pay attention to the camera, the clock, the pressure I'm putting on, and we're at 1.5 minutes, and I'm starting to put pressure on. And I can start feeling the pressure, and you'll hear the Now, I do it by muscle memory, but those sounds kind of come along with the muscle memory that I have. Now, the way I went pretty quick up to my full pressure with that, 15, 20 seconds maybe. If I had bud in there, you have to bring it up to pressure a whole lot slower, because the bud will, the screen bags, you use a bigger screen hole with bud, but it will also, if you put the pressure, go snap right up to the pressure, it'll just blow the bud right through those holes and just shred it. So you got to know what you're working with, and you got to have your sequences memorized. But it's not that big of a deal once you've done it. Um, I mean, I've been doing this for, ooh, yeah, you can see the medicine right there. See that, those dark spots where the two papers come together? That is rosin oozing out there. We got 2 more minutes until we take it off, and then I'll show it to you good. But yeah, this is some nice quality stuff right here. Um, very, very top shelf. The leaf that I was working with was mostly yellow wedding cake with a bit of Kimbo Kush thrown into it. Um, the yellow wedding cake isn't real high percentage. I think it's in the high teens, 17, 18, 19% um, cannabinoid. But the Kimbo Kush is close to 30. And it's purple bud too. That stuff is amazing. But I don't ever get very much of that at all. And I try to sequester it, and work that stuff up separately, especially when I have the little popcorn buds. I separate them out and squish them all by themselves because that's phenomenal. But this wedding cake makes really nice stuff, and by the time I've processed it out, you're up in the high 80s in percentage. Um, it can knock you around pretty good. But I mean, what I'm making right here, though, actually, if you eat this stuff, if you swallow it orally, it won't get you high. Um, it is not decarboxylated because of the temperatures that I'm working with. And we're almost at 5, we're 10 seconds off. And I'll be pulling this off here in just a second. And 5 minutes. Lock that back up so it won't open up all the way. But look at that. Ooey gooey. Now, that is some top shelf. And there's probably, I don't know, almost 2 grams on that paper. Rosin can sell from $20 to $100 a gram. This stuff is more towards the top end. But it's really good. Like you said, if you have cancer and you consume THCA, it will help your cancer die on its own. When cells become cancerous, one of the things that happens to them at a genetic level is the scheduled cell death for that cell, also known as apoptosis, gets turned off. THCA encourages apoptosis to turn back on, so the cells die when they're supposed to, hence eliminating tumors. There's a lot written about it. I'm no expert on it, but if I had cancer, that's how I would treat myself. It won't make you sick. And when it's like that, it won't even make you high. But, my friends, that's kind of the tutorial I had put together for you. I've got a few more packs here that I need to press out before I can take a break and go watch some of your videos. So, I love you guys. Oh, I got a little silver over here I can show you. Get you some of this stuff. I mean, if you want one of my channel rounds, my contact information is down below as always. But if not my silver, get some cheap silver that you can have it, because I'm telling you, things are about to happen. Financial systems are not going to be what we are all accustomed to when it's all said and done. Love you guys. Peace out.